Hello, my name is Swiss Bianco. In this video we will have a look at the latest from Rogan knives, the Ranger HD Heavy Duty. The item comes as usual in a solid box with some information, the card, a bandage, and we have some Rogan stickers as well. The knife is also in a clear plastic sealed wrap there. In my case it was in paper because it did not come with a sheet. Now this is not usual. Usually the knife comes with the Kydex sheet and a wrap. You can have it without the wrap, paracord wrap as well. This is just the regular version. I made already a video about that. In this case we have a version, blemished. So we have some imperfections on the steel and or the heat treat, and we see what that means in a minute. And this one basically was a bit cheaper, and I opted out for not having a sheet and no wrap, paracord wrap, because I'm gonna later on add G10 handles and make my own Kydex sheet, quite likely with a fire starter on the side. That's the preferred setup that I use here. So that is possible too, if you ask. So what we have is the big Ranger knife in a thicker 1075 steel. So this one is 1/4 inch thick. We see here the thickness difference with the regular Ranger, so it's slightly thicker. The Rockwell is still 54 to 58 like the regular one, and we have the HD added on the laser engraving. It has the other one chisel ground, so that gives it quite likely one of the best edges for hard use or abuse. You know, that is basically a tool, a knife that is really tough because of the material, of the thickness, and the chisel ground just on one side. As we come back to the blem, what makes it a blem? Now in this case here, the blem is a bit a line that we see here going all the way to the nearly to the tip. There we have a couple dings in it that was quite likely in the steel. We see here the whole line, and then a bit less towards here. There is a bit a ding, and it goes all the way by the handle and then upwards here towards the lanyard hole. So that makes it basically a blem. It's not as perfect as a regular version, but for a hard use knife that is still really acceptable. So the part that is here by the grip gonna be covered with the G10 scales or a paracord wrap anyhow. So you only have to worry from about here onwards, and I'm gonna grind it a little bit out. Those dings are relative deep, but still most of it gonna come out, and that's all what I need. After all, this is a using tool, a using knife, and not in that regards for the collection, a piece that we never use and all that. So that should be all good. Now again, this is carbon steel, so you need to take care about it. It's not a stainless steel. That adds to the toughness and all that. So you need to oil it a bit, keep it from rusting. That already comes impregnated, I would say, with a special lubricant from Rogan directly. I did explain that in the Ranger video, and all blades are treated like that. And so far we did not have any rust on the first one at all. There we see a little bit a ding too, but that is usual. Again, this one is not a second, that is a regular one. And we see there the difference in the laser engraving as well. Now I put a bit oil on the Rogan laser engraving, so it looks a bit darker. Usually as that arrives, it's a bit brownish color, and a drop of oil makes it look a bit more black and prevent the rust as well. So the last point is Rogan has currently a discount code out there, so you get 15% off if you use the code Rogan15. It should be also on his website and all that. So that is a good time to get a deal and try out one of those hard use knives, whatever you want to have, be it a blemished, be it a factory complete knife with the paracord wrap and the Kydex sheet. There is a lot of options, and of course you can wrap the handle yourself. There is plenty of different paracord colors out there on the market to personalize the knife, even glow in the dark if you want. So that is all possible, and yeah, it's, I would say, one of the toughest, most hard used knives because of the design of the chisel ground and all that. There aren't that many knives out there that are on this side of the spectrum. Of course, for fine carving, such an edge is less suitable, and it best is paired up with a second knife, whatever use for carving or for bushcraft. Maybe a smaller knife with a Scandi grind, and then you can pair it up with something like this for the really heavy duty use stuff as well in the camp. So that much about the Rogan Ranger, this time the heavy duty version.